arguably the most important thing. During inclement weather, people need power, and people can die if they don't, especially at a prolonged period of time. So Texas had 10 years to address this and didn't, and the same thing happened and people died. It's a fucking problem. Can we please address this? Fucking assholes like Rick Perry in the first couple of days of the storm said, I mean, speaking on behalf of 11 million people or whatever lives in Texas, and just very defiantly and proudly said, like, my fellow Texans are proud to go through blackouts as a statement of them not wanting to be a part of a federally regulated system and all this bullshit about Texas wanting to secede. Fuck you. Yes, I'm sure there are people who agree with you. And obviously there are many people who disagree with you. And even the people who agree with you still don't want these fucking blackouts. And they certainly don't want it for their loved ones, especially if they're in a vulnerable position. How fucking dare you? And then obviously, unless you've lived under a rock, you probably have seen what happened with Ted Cruz, that at the peak of things being awful, he and his family decided to go to Cancun. And yeah, the amount of backtracking that's happened and then him shooting himself in the foot over and over again is pretty fucking hilarious. I'm not going to go into all of it, but basically he tried to blame this on his daughters, and then someone in his wife's friend group leaked the text conversation that her and her friends were having up to the point of like, just being like, hey, we have a ton of money. We know that we can get on a plane and go to an all-inclusive. It was a very self-serving thing, and I don't blame anyone for not wanting to be in Texas during this pretty awful time. But dude, you are a fucking senator. You represent the state and you are a representative of America. You fucking had to know that the optics of this would be catastrophic. And if this was in 2018 when he was running against Beto, I truly believe that this would have pushed him over the edge of losing. Everyone should be pissed off about this, and everyone should be pissed off that the dude can't even just own up to the fact that, just be a human being and be like, it was really miserable. We had the means to leave, so we left. But why Mexico? Like, why be that fucking stupid? Of you leaving your hometown, let alone Texas, was going to look bad. You should know that. That's basically politics 101. But go to like Miami, go to the Keys, go to Arizona, go to California. Plenty of other like warm, lovely places that don't have to worry about shit in their water and not having heat for 5 days. That it's in America, that doesn't directly contradict like so many foundational things of your political platform. Just so stupid, just so profoundly fucking stupid. And all Texans should be mad about this. And all dog lovers should be mad about it too, because they left their fucking dog behind. His name is Snowball. There's pictures of him through the windows of their fucking estate that they live in, that their house, which also had no power or heat or anything, they left their fucking dog in so they could go to goddamn Cancun. Ted Cruz, fuck you. You don't deserve the office that you have, for so many other reasons than this. But we live in a country where where people vote on things as fucking ridiculous as, how does John Kerry catch a football and how does George Bush catch a football? And I think the general consensus there was, given the two photos. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. This is so fucking stupid. People gave a shit that there was this one photo of George Bush, like, I don't know, confidently catching a football. Like that's some sort of achievement. And then there's a football of Kerry basically like in some sort of like flinching position, as if someone threw a football at you and then said like, heads up, to get your attention. And then you turned and saw the football coming. So people somehow in their infinite wisdom were able to translate who would be a better leader based on these two photos of how they catch a football. Are you fucking kidding me? All of that is to say, if people care about how someone catches a fucking football, you should give a very big goddamn about your representatives who abandon you in your absolute time of need. Even just the symbolism of them staying with their people matters, let alone like pulling strings and the power and the connections you have to get shit done. Or the fact that in the last 10 years, like I said before, there were things that could have been done to address this from a power grid level. From the second this started, even just from an optics standpoint, what you should have been doing is working with your team and figuring out, even if it's just hollow statements that you wouldn't be able to enact until later for whatever variety of red tape reasons, but start addressing tangible, identifiable things as, this will never happen again, and here's how, and here's why I'm responsible for it, and I'm, you should love me even more because I'm looking out for my people, whatever. There's so many ways that he could have taken advantage of this situation to make him look good, even though he doesn't deserve it, but instead he just found probably one of the best ways to fuck this up and then throw his own daughters under the bus. Like, just look it up. I don't want to get into it, but fuck that guy. Fuck him. Fuck.